Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work, health, and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's happening? Steam Deck Squad, what's up? And you Steam Deck nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators with your Bazite operating system, 32 gigs of RAM on the Steam Deck, and now 64 gigs, 64 terabytes of internal storage, huh? What's up with it? Alright, look. The Steam Deck needs external SD card support. Yeah, the Steam Deck needs external SD card support. Look. What Steam has, what, about 90,000 games? 12,000 playable on the Steam Deck, 12,000 plus, and counting, right? So the Steam Deck, you can put a 2 terabyte SSD, solid state drive, inside the Steam Deck. But then you got an SD card where you can put a 1 terabyte SD card, and also Micron and I think SanDisk is coming out with a 1.5 terabyte SD card. So with these docking stations now, a lot of these docking stations, they have a micro SD card port and an SD card port, right? And then you have those SD card readers. So when you put the SD card in the docking station and then go into settings on the Steam Deck, it doesn't recognize it. It's not working, right? So what Valve needs to do now is come out with an update for external SD card support on the Steam Deck. They need to do that, okay? Because there's a lot of the Steam library is growing. The Steam library is growing. There's updates coming out for all these games and expansions, and you need external SD card support, so you can save your games. Some docking stations, they come with a solid state drive, external solid state drive support, and some comes with just the SD card. Just the docking station and SD card. So Valve need to come out with an update for the Steam Deck for external SD card support. So when you put an SD card on your Steam Deck, it will look something like this. Okay, that's one. This is a regular SD card. And then here's another one. So I can get this here. Here's another one, right? So you got an SD card here. You got one on the Steam Deck, one in the docking station, and now you got another one now. And this is all to save your games, You got another one now. You got another one now on these USB thumbsticks. They're like with an SD card reader on it. So now you got three SD cards. One on the Steam Deck, one on the docking station. Actually, 2 on the docking station. Now that you got this micro SD card adapter where you can put a micro SD card. So basically, you would have like 1 on the Steam Deck, 2 on the docking station, because you have 1 in the micro SD card port, but then you have another SD card now where inside the adapter that you stick in the regular port. So now you got 3. Then you have, like, okay, let's say you got a USB thumbstick with an SD card reader on it, and then you put this now in the USB port, and now you would have three SD, about 5 SD cards on the Steam Deck. 1, so plus 2 is 3, and then another 2 SD cards, micro SD cards, and that's 3. So the Steam Deck now needs external SD card support. It really does. Okay? and that will solve a lot of the problems when it comes to using SD cards on the Steam Deck. I mean, sure, the system, the Steam Deck itself has one, but these docking stations now, they come with a micro SD card port and a regular SD card port. And then when you buy SD cards now, say like from Best Buys or Amazon or wherever you buy SD cards at, they come with an adapter now to where you can stick a micro SD card. This looks like an SD card, but it's an adapter to where you can put a micro SD card in it, and then put it in the port, and put it in the regular SD card port. So now you got two micro SD cards on the docking station, plus one inside the Steam Deck. But then you have those USB thumbsticks now that you got those USB thumbsticks now. These USB thumbsticks that has a SD card reader, has a micro SD card reader and a regular SD card reader. But then also too, you can take the adapter with the for the SD card adapter for micro SD cards, and then take a micro SD card and put it inside this adapter, and then put it inside this port, and now you got two micro SD cards. So the Steam Deck now, as a whole, it needs external SD card support. Yeah, and the operating system within the Steam Deck should be able to recognize it. Okay, recognize the SD cards, whether it's on the docking station or whether it's on a thumbstick, USB thumbstick. So you would have like two. Let's say you got two 1 terabyte SD cards on this USB drive, right? Because you're using a SD card adapter to where you can put a micro SD card in it. So now you got two. But now you can turn around now and do the same thing now for the docking station. Turn around and do the same thing for the dock, because now you got a micro SD card, you got a micro SD card port. But now with this adapter now, and I put a micro SD card inside of it, I have two micro SD cards on the docking station. I got two here, and then I have one on the Steam Deck, and that's a total of 5 terabytes. Just saying. So yeah, it'd be a total of 5 terabytes. And let's say it's the SD cards now that are like with the 1.5. I got 5 1.5 terabyte SD cards all together on the Steam Deck with a 2 terabyte SSD, internal SSD, and also another 2 terabyte external SSD. So yeah, the Steam Deck itself needs external SD card support. Yeah, and Valve need to address this. Okay. The other thing the Steam Deck needs too now is an Xbox 360 controller support. Yeah, needs that, and probably one of these Logitech controller with the wireless adapter. With the wireless adapter. Yeah. It needs that. So Steam Deck got some updates that needs to happen. So Valve need to look into that. Whoops. Yeah. It needs to happen. Okay. It needs to happen. Yeah. Because this is for the Logitech. This is a wireless. What did I just do with it? Oh, this is the Logitech wireless adapter. Logitech wireless adapter, right? Wireless adapter. All right. And this is for the Xbox 360. This is for the wireless Xbox 360. Okay, so yeah, those type of updates need to happen to the Steam Deck. But the Steam Deck really though needs external SD card support. Because you got one micro SD card port here, right? And this is your regular SD card port. But if I take the adapter now and put a micro SD card in it, okay, now I have two. I have two SD cards, two micro SD cards on this, right? And then there's the same for the USB thumb drives that comes with SD card readers. I got another two micro SD cards, so I got a total of 5 terabytes each of SD card storage space on the Steam Deck. Yeah, so that needs to happen big time. I do. External SD card support for the Steam Deck. Yeah, and Valve need to address it because they be having these deals and sales within the whoops. And sunlight's going on here. Oh, they be having these sales in the Steam store, and a lot of those games are pretty big, and they need storage. So the Steam Deck now, you can put a 1 terabyte SD card on this, but then you can put a 2 terabyte SSD within the Steam Deck itself. But now you got a docking station now. It has a SD card port. It has a micro SD card port and a regular SD card port. And the good thing about the regular SD card port now is that with a micro SD card adapter, you can take your regular SD card, it's an adapter for a micro SD, and put it in the Steam Deck, and now you got two SD cards, two micro SD cards in the Steam Deck. So yeah, I mean in the docking station. Yeah, and then there's those USB SD card readers. You can do the same. So you have like about 5 terabytes of storage, SD card wise, on the Steam Deck. So that needs to happen big time. You know, so yeah, the Steam Deck needs external SD card support. Yeah, and if it can get an update for the Xbox 360 controller, would be nice. Or Logitech with the wireless adapter, yeah, that'd be nice too. The other update I think the Steam Deck needs too is an update for Batman Arkham Asylum. Yeah, it needs that big time. Yeah, the Steam Deck, playing video games is good on the Steam Deck, man. Playing video games is really good. But when it comes to storage now, you know, it needs to have external SD card support. And yeah, you know, the when it comes to like formatting the SD cards, you know, it should be internal, external, you know, SD cards. They should have the formatting system for the Steam Deck when it comes to that. When it comes to formatting SD cards on the Steam Deck, it needs to be updated. So yeah, and then go on from there. But other than that, you guys are good. Deals, games, and updates, man. You guys are good. But the Steam Deck does need the external micro SD card support. It does, and you know, it will come in handy because it will save you a lot of headaches too, because you got a 2 terabyte SSD in your Steam Deck. You got a 1 terabyte SD card with internally in the Steam Deck. But now you got a docking station with a regular SD card port and a micro SD card port. And the good thing about that now is that they got a micro SD card adapter. It's like the size of a regular SD card. You take that micro SD card, put it inside the Steam Deck, put it inside the SD card adapter, and put that in the docking station. So now you got 2 micro SD cards externally on the docking station. So yeah, that needs to happen, man, when it comes to the Steam Deck. So yeah, micro SD card support for the Steam Deck. It needs to happen. It needs to happen big time. Big time. So yeah. Other than that, man, that's about it. But it needs to happen. You know? Yeah, it needs external SD card support. You know? Because you know, these games are getting bigger. These games are getting more technically advanced and all that, and a lot of storage is required. So Valve need to address this. They do. They really do need to address this. You know, SD card support, right? Because okay, this got a USB thumbstick, has a micro SD card port, right? Okay, and a regular SD card port, right? But now this is your micro SD card adapter. So you take like a 1 terabyte SD card, put it here. So now you got two 1 terabyte micro SD cards sitting on this drive. The same goes for the docking station. You got two of them, one here and one here. That's 4. So you got 4 terabytes total, right? It will look something like this on the Steam Deck. But then now you add that now with your 1 terabyte SD card and your 2 terabyte solid state drive. It's in the Steam Deck. That needs to happen, man. A micro SD card update. The Steam Deck need externally. It does. It needs it big time. You know, and that'll save you a lot of headaches. You know, when it comes to the Steam Deck, because once you put a 2 terabyte SSD in the Steam Deck, now you ain't got to worry about going back inside the Steam Deck anymore. You got a 1 terabyte SD card and a 2 terabyte SSD. You got a 1 terabyte SD card here and a 2 terabyte SSD on this. But now, when it comes to those docking station now, with those SD card support, you can put you can put another 2 terabyte of micro SD cards on the docking station, and then go on from there. Yeah. Yes. The Steam Deck needs external SD card support, and that should do it. Anyway, leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek. Bored, dark side. I'm gone. Peace.